family. I want to talk about today why I will not go into agreement and how and why I'm taking back my powers and why I see it that way. We, as Black people who are mothers and fathers of civilization, there's no reason why we should be under anyone, nor asking anyone to look at our plight and help us with our plight, because their job is to feed off of our energies because we're high energy beings. So they stagnate us and put us in a state of chaos. Us actually being able to see this happening is critical, because then we can do something about it. Although many of our people are still asleep and don't see it at all and fall for the whole contract thing of politics and power. We are the power, and we feed them power. So what we need to do is we need to take back our power and build civilization. It's very critical because these energies are like parasites. They feed off of us. That's why we see all the groups successfully living, because they live off of our backs and what we have created. And the situation that we were put into has made us that we don't have knowledge of self. We don't have this understanding of energies and stars and how these people can't possibly do anything that will progress us. I don't care, even the presidents before these people trying to run for president before these people did, decades and decades ago, none of them could ever do anything for us. The only thing they could do in the physical is give us little trinkets here and trinkets there. But trinkets is not enough for us. We're gods and goddesses. You know, you have to feed us. You have to give us, honor us higher and better. See, this is why turmoil and everything is around us in our spaces, because we don't have this understanding about self, and we allow anything to happen. Like I mentioned before, state of chaos inside of us as a group, the Black community as a whole, and outside of us is what it protrudes out. What goes on in the spiritual goes on in the physical. It's just a different way that things equal out or come out. And we have to be able to see this, because that's why a lot of our people, like I said, are asleep and can't see the situation of us keep contracting with things that are not going to allow us to grow, move on, reach our heights, our highest heights, get back to where we were balanced. You can't get balance from imbalance. All of these that we see are low energy beings. They do not want us to rise. And the only thing they want on top is the low level beings, because that's what keeps them in the good living experience. and us and the bad living experience as food for them to strive off of. This is very critical for us to see so that we can stop contracting, stop thinking that we can ask them for what we need and they'll give it to us, because it's not going to happen when we are providing them with everything they need. The weak, I see the weak leading the, I see the strong leading the, I see the weak leading the strong. I see it's just an imbalance when the weak is leading the strong and the strong is not even aware of it, that it's a crab, like crabs in a barrel. It's not a good thing. And I keep harping on how important it is for us to grab back our powers and stop asking them and taking. We have the power to take what we need and do what we need to do. Build is what I'm all about. Building our own civilization back without any concern. Because when you can build and develop ways of living for our own people, and we do our talents, because each of us have talents, and it doesn't make sense that people who have everything, the talents and strength and everything, is on the bottom. That right there tells you that they're feeding off of us. So it's time for us to stop contracting it's to our detriment that we are contracting with people that are weaker and feeding. It's parasites. It's like you're agreeing every year, instead of cleansing out the body, you're agreeing to take in more parasites to feed off of you. And instead of you're living your purpose. Our purpose is not that, all of these people that are running, there's so many different energies of parasites, and they're all lower level parasites. And like I said, it's imminent danger we get into when we agree to terms and to contract, instead of taking our own abilities as mother and fathers of civilization and recreating a whole new paradigm, a whole new civilization. It's that time. It's that time, family. Do not fall for re-contracting. Do not fall for contracting, my people. You got to realize that this is an illusion, and what happens is we don't see it the way it is in the spiritual world. And it is critical that we start getting back to our old arts. And a lot of people demonize the dark arts, but the dark arts is you. It's biologically you. Don't listen to what a lily white Caucasian tells you, because the light is just as bad. Light is, if you don't learn anything on this planet, light has been just as damaging, because we're not using, the highest energies are not utilizing it or not guiding it right. The same with the dark. We still have to guide our dark. We're the dark and we're the light. We have to balance out, and we have to guide both. We guide both by being both balanced. And what you ditch out is what you get back. So if you have a lot of parasites within you, and you're ditching out what the parasites want to eat off of from you, which is lower energy things, that's all you're creating in your environment is lower energy. So let's clean out 2020. Let's clean out the parasites out of each and every Black body and not deal with it. Rock the no vote. True love, real peace, the higher self within. Till next time, family. Bye.